Hello, this is cybersecurity student Reginald Andre, and yes, I am outside of my office and I'm walking here in the city of Miami, specifically in the Edgewater, Morningside area, and just taking a stroll. I figured, such a beautiful day here, and I just left the conference, and I wanted to do a video. And I figured, you know what, let me just walk outside and just take a stroll and just show you guys. You'll see the houses in the back. Some of these houses are actually some of the older houses in Miami, and you're gonna also see some houses that have been renovated. So it's an interesting area. So what I want to talk to you today about is a initiative that the White House is doing with the FCC, which is the federal agency that manages the consumer thing. So first, let me start with the problem. The problem is that you as a consumer, when you want to buy a printer, you want to buy a webcam, a router, your microwave, your refrigerator, all of these things connect to the Wi-Fi, but do you really know which one is safe? Now, I would argue that if you went to a Best Buy, you would probably have a very, very better chance of having something a little more secure rather than going on Amazon and you buying something that was Chinese made and it's not a name brand and it's not as safe. So what the FCC wants to do in coordination with the White House is say, hey, what if we made some standards? Because right now you can buy a printer, and the printer, and this, you can Google it, there's plenty of instances, and you buy this printer and the printer has a default password of password. And now this model printer, which connects to the internet, right? Because you have Wi-Fi printing and all of this stuff, unless you did a USB, but just for the example of the printer. And this printer now has a vulnerability and it's connecting to the internet. Well, right now, because you have this vulnerability, this printer now can get compromised. And now the hacker is technically on your network. And from there, they can spread laterally and now try to get to your computers and other devices. And same thing applies for TVs. Same thing applies for anything that connects wirelessly. You could have a Bluetooth microphone, whatever it is. So what the White House is saying is, okay, let's do this. We need to create a standard. We're not going to regulate anything. This is all going to be voluntary, but let's do something where we're going to put standards in. And if the companies follow the standard, we're going to allow them to put our logo on the box, on the website, on the product, so that way when American citizens are purchasing the product and they see this logo, they can at least know that it was vetted. Because right now, they don't know. Maybe this printer that they're buying is not the traditional HP or Epson, and they're just, being a little cheap and finding this printer, but they don't know that it came from China and that it has some type of memory in it where it's saving all of the information that you print and sending it to some offsite server. You don't know, right? The consumer doesn't know that. So what the FCC is going to basically do is say, okay, look, we're going to come up with some standards. For example, the password can't be the same password for all the devices. It has to be a unique password. You have to make it where it doesn't automatically connect to the internet. Just all of these different standards that they're going to do. And as I'm walking, you're going to see one of the more modern houses here. But back to the subject. So what the FCC is going to do is say, we're going to make a standard. We're going to make a trademark. That way, nobody can legally use this. And what we're going to do is we are going to now make it so that if the person or the company, the manufacturer follows these standards, we're going to allow them to put our logo on the device and put the logo on the boxes and on the website and things like that. And we're going to make it where the American consumer can go on the website and they can see the list. So if they're looking for a printer, they're looking for a TV, if they're looking for a microwave, if they're looking for any of these smart devices, they will see that the government's not going to be sponsoring it, recommending it, but they're just going to be letting you know that these companies, based on the designs that they gave us and their promise that this is what they're going to do, this is what you can now confidently purchase and know that it's past some type of standard. It's kind of like the cars, right? Right now, if you're buying a vehicle, you know that you're buying it and it's been tested by the appropriate government agencies for safety. And you know that the government isn't just going to allow any car manufacturer just to go ahead and allow any car to be out there. There's standards. So it's the same concept now they're going to be doing now, but for electronics. So for me, I think this is very, very good. This is a step in the right direction. Obviously, we're talking about mostly consumer products, but a lot of times businesses, they're buying refrigerators with Wi-Fi that can tell them when, you know, the milk or the creamer is almost out, and has these type of sensors. And I think it's going to be very important, because I go into businesses all the time and I always see that they have, you know, consumer grade products for little things. Let you know that, you know, the coffee is almost out, or the filter for the refrigerator is almost out, and it sends a text message and things like that. So I think it's good because it's going to be protecting the American citizens, and I look forward to it. So right now, because they do have to go through the trademark and all of that process and the patents and things like that, it's going to take approximately a year and a half. So they're estimating around 2025 companies will be able to start doing this and participating. I think there is going to be a fee, but it's not going to be anything where the government's trying to make money off of it. And like I said, they're not trying to endorse any product. They're just going to say, these are the companies that followed our standards, that did the application. And therefore, if you're looking for a refrigerator, if you're looking for a printer, if you're looking for a device that connects to the Wi-Fi, here's a list of vetted products that you can go ahead and do. And I think that's great. So let me know what you think. And let me know if you like this video of me kind of walking the Miami area. You know, I'm always on site doing different jobs and things like that. And a lot of times it's really nice. You know, you kind of see the history of Miami. I know back in the 1940s, these homes here were really, really popular before everything else was kind of wooded and swamp area. And now you're kind of seeing, you know, the newer folks moving into the community, and they're remodeling it, making it look really nice. And then you see some of the older houses that, you know, maybe you have Pops still living there, and he's like, nope, I'm dying here and I'm not selling. And, you know, you have developers knocking on the door. So I thought it was pretty interesting. So let me know what you think if you like these type of videos, and we'll keep on doing it. I am doing a challenge from one of my peer groups where I need to do some more videos and be more consistent on it. So this is video 1, and please, if you see me not do any more videos or take a break, call me out on it, encourage me, because, you know, it's hard doing these videos. A, you need the content. B, you need the time, and a lot of times you're saying or you kind of fidget on your words, and then you stop it and re-record it. And, you know, one thing I'm learning is done is better than perfect. You know, I'm sweating, it's hot, but I told myself, you know, I got to do the video. I got to start. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to do more of these things. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.